Here's how to launch your own course online the right way. Hi, my name's Clara. I'm a digital strategist that owns a web development agency, and we specialize in e-commerce builds. Most of my clients are making 10 million and up, and they include e-learning companies, people that create and sell their own courses online. And I work with them every day strategizing on how to build and launch new things. So this is how you can build and launch your first course the right way. So let's make this easy and talk about what you should be doing first and what you shouldn't be doing first. Firstly, you shouldn't be creating a course. And I know that's crazy. Like, that sounds like literally the opposite thing, right? You're like, how the heck am I supposed to be a course creator if I don't create a course, Clara? Listen, hear me out. You want to test the market before you build stuff. That is digital strategy 101, okay? Before investing a lot of time and energy into building anything online, you want to test the market to see if people actually want what you were going to build. Because even though you have this great idea in your head, if you don't know how to sell it, if you don't know what things to call it, who to sell it to, what to say to them while they're making that purchasing decision to verify, hey, you actually do need this, and to create some urgency around that, and then you're not going to be able to sell it. So why the heck are you investing so much time and effort into building something if you haven't figured out all the starting stuff first? So how do you test the market? You create an MVP. An MVP is a minimum viable product. It is a smaller version of your full offering that you use to test the market, as we've referenced. What that looks like is if you want to create a course on how to use keto for weight loss, then create a PDF download instead that's a keto checklist or a simple 3-page how-to guide about how to start a keto diet, including some of the necessary things that you think people should buy in order to start this diet officially, like certain blenders, certain ingredient powders, anything like that. Any kind of like unique information that is from your lived experience, I want you to include in this PDF. I also want you to make it usable for people, make it something that people can use as a way to learn, a way to workshop, a way to learn something about themselves, all this kind of stuff. Whatever the course that you want to design, whatever that transformative statement that you have for people is, or whatever that goal is where you're like, I will take you from X to X, whatever this to statement is or goal statement is, I want you to have the same goal for this PDF download. That's the sweet spot you're trying to hit. You're trying to hit something that is actually usable and useful to people, but takes you, the creator, maybe 3 days to make in Canva. And that's the tool you should be using for this. Canva is fan-freaking-tastic. It is so good for creating PDFs because it comes with the design library already built in. So you can copy and paste any of these wonderful designs and start using them as a template in order to create your workbook or checklist or any other kind of PDF download that you want to make. Once you have your PDF download, start promoting it on social media with organic social media posts. As a business owner that is creating a business to consumer brand, aka a business that is selling a product to individual consumers, you're going to have to get good at social media at some point anyways. You might as well get good at it now, because the longer you delay this learning curve, the more it's just going to be a headache to start up later. So start now. You can also run a meta advertising campaign around this as well. The type of campaign that you're going to run is called a lead gen campaign. Now, the lead gen campaign allows people to click on your ad, enter their first name and email address, and then click download and get that PDF immediately. These ads have a much lower cost than normal ads, and they have a higher conversion rate than normal ads because it is immediate gratification to the customer. And I recommend that everybody who's going to be using ads regularly start with these ads because they're going to give you a very good track record with the advertiser, which is going to positively affect your prices for ads in the future. So when you want to run ads to your full course later on, your advertising price is actually going to be a little bit less because you had such good conversion rates and such good success early on. I've also seen people run ads and Facebook posts as well, where they're saying, comment this specific word or DM me this specific word to get the PDF. Now, while there are some really cool little technologies that will allow that to be automated, I actually don't recommend that. The reason why is because you want to be getting people's email addresses. That is your number one goal throughout all of this first step phase. The reason why you want to be getting email addresses is because if somebody likes this idea that you have made enough to surrender their personal information, aka their email address, to you, that means that they actually kind of want to hear about this in the future. People know that when we give our email addresses out to a brand, that gives the brand permission to email us as part of their email newsletter later on and inform us about new offerings, promotions, things like that. Now, if people are just messaging you or commenting a specific word, you don't get that email address, so you can't alert them later when your actual course launches. And so you're kind of screwing yourself over by not collecting email addresses. So this begs the question, how do you deliver the PDF on social media then if you don't have a lead gen ad delivering it? That is where an email newsletter platform comes in handy. I highly recommend MailerLite or Elastic Email. Those are my top two. I don't recommend MailChimp because it's usually too expensive for early stage brands, and a lot of the other email providers out there just have way too many features or are just way too expensive for what you actually need. MailerLite is top tier because you can actually sell subscriptions to your email newsletter. Like, it has so many cool abilities that you may actually use, and it's actually pretty cheap. One of their abilities is landing pages. So once you sign up for a MailerLite account or an Elastic Email account, because they're both really great at this, you're going to create a landing page, and on that landing page, you'll create an email form, and you can set it up so that once somebody submits their email address to that form, they are automatically emailed the PDF. That's how you're going to get it to people, and that's how you're going to collect email addresses. Now that you're getting all these email addresses from people, you're going to create a beta version of the class or a live version of the class. This is you creating the course materials in real time with people attending as students so that you can learn from people what they actually want and what they actually don't want, and so that you can get early purchases right away. Now, I've seen two versions of this, paid and unpaid. I recommend unpaid because if people are just going to join you on live and expect a beta course and expect for you to be kind of fucking around finding out with something, and then they're not going to be holding you to very high standards, and it's going to alleviate some of that pressure for you to be able to create a course, get feedback from people, and integrate it into a full course. And those same people that attended the free beta course are very likely to convert to the paid course after you do the beta course with them, because you're going to build really great rapport with them throughout that period. I have seen people do this and make literal millions of dollars. Like, it is crazy the amount of money that you can make after doing a live launch program and selling the same exact program, just polished up and altered according to their feedback, to the same people that participated in that free beta. So that's what I recommend, because you're selling these people on the fact that you know what you're talking about and that you are the go-to expert to talk about all of this information. So consider that as a giant sales funnel for you to just have people's time and attention and prove your worth to them and prove your knowledge to them and build that rapport to them, so you can charge them a full rate on that next non-beta version of that course. Because this video is getting pretty long, in my next video I'm going to go over what platforms you should use to live launch a course. Click here to watch it.